Hey folks, John Lock 83 coming back after a long sabbatical, I guess. Mr. Leonidas tagged me in an EDC video. Figured I'd do an update because he likes to harass me, and he's not going to leave me alone until I do it. Appreciate that. Anyway, let's go through it. I got a lot of stuff. I carry a lot of stuff, so I'm going to try and make this quick as I can. iPhone 4S. Standard wallet. Actually have a little cash, amazingly. I got a handcuff key, a small folding knife, and here lately I've been carrying one of these Tool Logic cards. Mostly I just use it for the toothpick and the tweezers and the magnifying glass. Works okay. I don't know how permanent that's going to be. Keep one of these little change carriers. I don't like my change jingling around in my pockets, getting hung up in all my stuff. Keys. More keys than I care to deal with, but hey, they're there. And on here I've got the Leatherman Micra. Come on, focus camera. Focus. Or maybe not. Have the Streamlight Nano and another handcuff key. Call me paranoid, I guess. The more fun stuff, usually I'm carrying a multi-tool. Here lately, mostly it's been the SOG Power Assist. I've had pretty good luck with the assisted open blades. I've heard a lot of people say they don't work. In my experience, it works just fine. Excuse me. My flashlight is the Streamlight ProTac AAA. I tried the 4.7's Preon 2. Didn't really care for it. The tail cap just seemed to be clicking on really easy in my pocket. It either bumps against my magazine pouch or my fixed blade, whichever way I carry. And this one puts out a little more resistance. It is multi-mode. You got high, strobe, and a low mode. So whoop-de-doo. And because batteries are about as reliable as everything else and fail when you absolutely need them, I do carry a backup light, the Streamlight MicroStream. Not as good, I guess, as some of the others, but it's good enough for me. I do carry 2 folding knives with me every day, one for box cutting and things of that nature, and that's usually my Zero Tolerance 0350. It's not always this knife. I do have others. This is just the one I have with me today. And for the more unforeseen and possibly lethal encounters, I do carry what some people would consider to be a tactical folder. And right now, again, this isn't the one I always carry. It's just the one I got in my pocket today. It's the Emerson CQC-8. And as if that's not enough, I do keep a fixed blade on my belt as well. And that's usually, it's either going to be my SE4 or this Schrade SCHF 14. I've had good experience with it as far as just an EDC knife. I know they advertise it as a survival knife. I don't know how well it would work in that scenario. Definitely wouldn't baton with it by any means, but I guess it could serve its purpose there too. But for EDC, it works great. So we're carrying a total of 4 blades. But that's going to drive some people nuts. Just because everybody else wears them, and I don't know. I guess I'm joining the crowd on this, but I do have one of the paracord bracelets, King Cobra weave, in all the cool, scary, tactical colors to make all the liberals jealous or nervous, whatever you want to call it. Usually I'm carrying my pistol in a shoulder holster these days. Occasionally I do still run it on my belt, and when I run it on my belt I do have 2 extra magazines. Yeah, I know, just in a civilian role, odds are I'm never going to need that much ammo, but bad guys do like to travel in packs, and it's better to think worst case scenario and have too much than to not have enough, in my opinion. And my pistol, again, I do alternate. It's usually going to be either my Smith & Wesson M&P 40 caliber or my Walther PPQ 9mm. Occasionally I do still carry the Walther P99, but this one's just a lot better in my opinion. It is loaded and it is chambered, and I have no intention of changing that for you guys, sorry. Hate me or love me. Now 90% of the time I'm going to be wearing some kind of cargo pants. Either they're just going to be the Walmart Wrangler cargo pants or the 511 Tacolite Pros, and I do still have a couple of pairs of the True Spec 24/7s, and I'm starting to wear them out pretty good. But in my cargo pants I usually carry, this is I'm sure you guys are familiar with the AR500 EPEC. This is just kind of a homemade version I threw together. It's basically got the same stuff in it. I found it was cheaper just to build it myself. But I've got the SWAT tourniquet, the H&H compressed gauze, 2 pairs of the nitrile gloves, and I do have one of the Celox packets in here also. And this usually runs in one of my cargo pockets. I'm definitely not a medic by any means, but that stuff in that's pretty comprehensive. And if you're carrying a gun, and if you're worried about finding yourself in a situation where you might have to use a gun, I'm personally worried about stray bullets flying and hitting some bystander. I'm worried about some other guy shooting at me, missing and hitting a bystander. I'd rather be able to treat them as opposed to just sitting back and watching them bleed out. And last but not least, in my other cargo pocket, I carry one of these Maxpedition EDC micros. On the outside I do have a couple of AAA batteries for my flashlight. Like I said, it's just one of those things, you never know when it's going to fail, but it's 90% of the time it's going to be when you need it. I do have some dental floss, keep my lunch out of my teeth. And inside I carry some Tylenol and Advil. I've got my Victorinox Farmer in here just in case I walk out without my multi-tool. I've got a Bic lighter. I just prefer Bics over Zippos and things like that. Back here I do have some duct tape around a Walmart gift card, and I can't count how many times I've had to use that stuff. Over here I've got a set of tweezers, some Band-Aids, Neosporin. I've got a Gerber Shard pry tool, which I've had to use more than a couple of times. Do have my rape whistle. I still never be able to say that without laughing. And over here I have a Sharpie, a pen, and one of the Ruco knife sharpeners, which, believe it or not, I do have to use that quite a bit too. And here in the back, on this side, I've just got a regular notepad that does not want to come out at the moment. There we go. And I do have a Ninja Turtle sticker on there, compliments of my 3-year-old baby girl. But guys, that is it. That's my current updated EDC. Y'all can thank Mr. Leonidas for harassing me to the point that I felt obligated to do this for you guys. See you guys later. Probably put some more videos up soon. I don't know. Take care, and we'll see you later.